Just have a few questions.
Okay.
You know, I love these opportunities.
Sure.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, I love these opportunities to get to ask questions. You know, so obviously all these students outside, you know, playing their best game they can. I'm sure all these students have a role model, guys they look up to. And what I want to ask is, in your student days, what player did you look up to? Did you have a favorite player or a guy that you tried to model your game after?
I had two favorite players. The one that stood out over everybody was Magic Johnson, because I always wanted to try to emulate guys that were my height. You know, of course, I couldn't emulate someone like Kareem with his sky hook because he was so tall, but I was able to emulate Magic and some of the things he was able to do. So Magic was number one, and then Scotty was number two.
Scotty, That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so you were a great player in your time with the awesome rebounding, awesome shooting. I think a very underrated candidate for someone that translates to the modern game a lot. Yeah. With that being said, what you're known for is hitting the big shots, right? Yeah. All these skills, but the one thing is those shots. What do you think separates the players that are able to hit those shots from the players from the others?
When you separate yourself from the other players, it means it boils down to confidence. Mm-hmm. You know, and it almost borderlines on being cocky. And every athlete has to be a little bit cocky, because that means you has a lot of confidence in your game. And so if you have that confidence in your game, it will show up on the court. And I think you look at most of the great players, they were always very confident. And that's for me. I've always been confident in what I do, because if you don't believe in yourself, your teammates definitely won't believe in you.
That's awesome. So who do you think in today's NBA has that ability to hit the big shots, has that confidence to hit those big shots?
Well, we'll be here all day with that, because there's so many great players. You know, I cover the Lakers, so you start out with Luka, and then he has a teammate, Austin Reeves and LeBron, and you look across the league, you got Steph Curry. You know, he's one of the guys, and the guy is not currently playing, is probably the most clutch guy out of all of them, is Damian Lillard. You know, you think about him, he's hit a clutch shot versus every team in the NBA, and that's incredible. You know, I think I've only probably did it against like 5 teams. And so it's amazing that you have that belief, and that shows you that you want the ball and you have the ability to deliver.
Thank you. 2 more lighthearted questions. Yeah, thanks. So 7 rings, obviously, one of the best to ever do it. Has some amazing teammates and amazing teams. Yeah. Who's your favorite player to play with, whether it's like on-court, off-court, doesn't matter?
You know, one of my favorite guys is Sam Cassell, but overall, I think Shaq has just bypassed him with his, you know, when I first got in the league, it was Sam and I, and then I got to the Lakers, and it was Shaq, and it was just his ability to turn it on and turn it off. I mean, he can be silly and have fun, but when he gets on the court, he turn that silliness off, become a monster. So I just think, you know, him and his ability to be able to turn it off was important for not just him, but for us, because you have to have a lighter side of it. It can't always be about business of basketball. You got to have a lighter side. He brought that out. He brought both aspects to the game.
Awesome. One last question. This is a question I ask every time I get to talk to an NBA player. It's my favorite question, because it kind of brings out a good memory from him. And obviously you had a lot of moments, a lot of clutch shots. What's your favorite in-game moment in your career?
Oh, my goodness.
It can be high school or college if you want, by the way.
Oh, man.
Whatever.
I don't remember much about high school. It was many moons ago. College, too. But, you know, for me, I think in 2005, playing the Detroit Pistons in Game 5, to me, was like one of my iconic NBA moments. The fact that I had 0 points in the first half, but in the second half just totally took over that game, knocking down threes, getting dunks, getting rebounds was so important, because it was a pivotal game. You know, Game 5 put us up 3, and then we went home, you know, and then eventually won the NBA championships 2005. So I just think that moment is cemented, and it's not just one shot. Everybody remembers me the shot I made with the Lakers against Sacramento, but I think for me personally, is that moment where I just took over in the second half.
Thank you so much. This is an awesome opportunity. Appreciate it.
Great questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.